Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chun, and I'm back with the second half. It seems like today was pretty short. Once again, it's day 27 of the U.S. versus Sean Combs. We've already heard from Brendan Paul, and now we're going to get into some exhibits and some more things, and then it's going to be over. So in the second part, the judge is like, the government can call their next witness. The AUSA says they have some exhibits that they need to handle first. And then it's Combs. They're talking about what Diddy is saying. He said he can't take it anymore. The album is not done. KK is telling him to just kind of chill out. We control our energy. And he was like, get me Frank. Child, Diddy ain't worth nothing. So then they come in and they play a message so you hear Diddy's voice. And he's like, have Jonathan do it. And then KK is like, John will go to a hotel. Then the AUSA is like, we have a little bit more. Then we request a break. The judge is good with that. And then there's a message shown on screen involving Veronica Banks. Then they take that down. Then the AUSA is reading what is being said between Cassie and Diddy. Miss Ventura says, you bashed my head in. Combs says, you're crazy. Stop talking, flipping on me for what? We're taking a break. Miss Ventura, I don't want to be beaten down for standing up or ever. Diddy said, I try to figure out how to get this blank out. He ain't even listening to the girl. She don't want no hands put on her no more, but he trying to figure out how to get his relaxation moment. This is crazy. Then they continue to read, the AUSA does. And Cassie's like, all I wanted was to have a good time. And you took all your anger out on me per usual. You dragging me down the hall by my hair. This is not play tussling anymore. I was serious about Rita coming. So then Cassie told Diddy that Boris had to tackle him. She said, that's not love, that's possession. She was like, I have bleeding cuts. Then Diddy says to Cassie, I'm not going to let people mess all over me when all I've done was be nice. I'm paraphrasing. And then he said, you don't treat me like the king. You was acting like a bee. Child, then they continue to read from Cassie to Diddy, talk to your people and they'll tell you, or maybe they won't, since all they do is suck up to you. I asked to have my record come out after 1,000,000 years. And so then the lawyer takes over. I would like to read another portion of those exhibits. The AUSA says, may I confer with Ms. Garagos? Judge says, of course. Garagos says, we need a break. The judge says, okay, child, they take a break. So child, they up there while the jury out at the judge's desk, right? And they want to read what Cassie said about freak-offs, how she just wants to do them with Diddy. The judge feels like the jury could be swayed some kind of way, right? And then Garagos is like, this leaves an impression for the jury. And then the judge is like, what's your basis for what you want to do? Garagos was like, we didn't know they were only going to read the portions. Then the judge was like, you just want to read the 4 messages, right? Garagos says yes. Then the judge said, I think it's fair for the defense to read the 4 messages. The AUSA says, I don't intend to be misleading. So if your court is saying these 4 should be read, I should be the one to read them. Fine. Now we'll break. So child, the jury comes back in and the AUSA starts reading and says that, I read the wrong thing. So when they start reading what Cassie is saying, Cassie said, you want to party and have a good time. I have to focus, or if I'm ever going to become anything, you treat me like a hooker for 10 years. I love our freak-offs when we both want it. Meaning, you want me to do stuff when you want it done and I don't always want to do it. So now they bring in Joseph Sorsilio. He is from Homeland Security Investigations for 18 years. How many records have you reviewed for the charts in this trial? He said thousands. What is the only female name in this chart? He said Jane. So the AUSA is like, turn off the public screens. All these exhibits must be provided by Monday, June 23rd. Then the AUSA said, what is the name of the hotel? He said one hotel is South Beach. Field Pines, and he gives the dates and how much it is for one night. $3,050.90 for one night. What kind of hotel is that? I'm gonna have to look that up. One hotel, South Beach. So then the AUSA is like, and this tussle, then Cecilia is like, Jane by JetBlue from New York to Miami. Then the AUSA said, with the public screens off, play the Instagram videos. They have loud music, and then they ask, does the metadata match up? And Cecilio says yes. So then the AUSA is asking Cecilio, what's this name? Jessica Ruiz, that's Diddy's travel agent. And then what charges or losses? $6,000. Who flew on this one? He said Jane and Cabral. Jane from LA to Miami to LA, and Cabral from Atlanta. Now this right here is an exhibit that was not being shown to the public. But child, this is what it says. It says, you want to get a party going before you spend the weekend with a boring chick? Child, I think that's from Jane. Honey, Diddy was traveling this world just terrorizing hotels. I would be devastated if I checked in one and didn't know that he had been in there. Because now the AUSA said, what's this? He said, this is a hotel damage report at the London Hotel Room 229. The report says bodily fluid spread on the floor. Pictures were attached for evidence, child. Names column: Jane, Combs, Reggie, Paul, and Cabral. Then the AUSA said, and these between Paul, Arthur, and Combs, then Jane. Cecilio is like, Arthur Fitness LLC, an ATM cash deposit of $900 and then $600. And this, more hotel damages. And then the AUSA is like, Fahim's cell phone was seized. He said yes. Then Geragos was like, Your Honor, take that one down. Public couldn't see it anyway. Can we please have a sidebar? The judge said, take it down. And yes, I know he is tired of the sidebars because I am. Child, then while they was up there at the judge's desk for the sidebar, Jane sent a message that they just made public. Let's listen to it. I'm crying. I'm so triggered by this because it's too close to some nights. I felt forced. Please stop drugging and using women for your fetish nights. It creates demons inside of us and real trauma to women who only are here to please you. Let the pain on other women stop with me. Leave women alone who don't want to do these nights with you. Child, hire ladies of the evening and stop emotionally harming women that love you. Child, they did not want to do this. Child, so they didn't drop another message from Jane, right? She is feeling a certain way because she is out here doing all these things and she feels like Diddy just wants to be with Gina or Miami. She was like, you want me out here doing things with my mouth, right? While you go jet set with Young Miami and Gina. You want me to do the dirty stuff from hotel room to hotel room. Like, she is tired. Child, when they get back from the sidebar, Inner City Press says they are due to stop in 3 minutes. The AUSA says, did Jonathan Perez send this to Fahim? Cecilia said yes. The AUSA said, and this is about Antoine. Is it sorted by date? Please sort it, Miss Becker. Child, then they have dropped yet another exhibit, including this one from Diddy. Diddy, I guess after he read everything from Jane, he said, I don't even want to do it no more. So then the AUSA asks who sends the message, and Cecilio lets us know it's KK. And what does Jonathan write to Fahim? Cecilio says, he says, I don't know if you're holding 10 grand. Foss said, trying to get some more. And then the AUSA said, and this 6/20/24, a year ago today. Then AUSA said, Your Honor, I think this is a good stopping place since we're ending earlier today. The judge said, jurors, you may leave. Don't read anything. All rise. My question is this. Do you think the jurors is not over here on Twitter reading what the Inner City Press has said? Because would you be reading it? Let me know if you would be reading it. And then the judges said, how many more on direct? Ms. Comey said to midday on Monday. I hope Ms. Geragos can finish cross by the end of Monday. The judge said, then Rule 29, Mr. Agnifilio. And then Agnifilio says, we'll be on the shorter side. We'll tell the government over the weekend. Then Agnifilio said, if the government rests at the end of Monday, I think we'll rest Tuesday or Wednesday. Then the judge said, I'll send the proposed charge today. You send edits Tuesday evening. We could do the charge conference on Wednesday and close on Thursday. The judge said, you could use the courtroom until 2:30. Mr. Donaldson, if you needed, put in a written application. It's in that docket. And then court was adjourned. So it's over for today. What do y'all think? I think this is great. Let's do shorter days and hurry to get this thing wrapped up. And they said that they would like to have a verdict by July the 4th. It's your girl, Millie Chun. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.